The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Osean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Osean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness. Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Forbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer, at this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
With so much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want to do.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs.
They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own.
Please, we need help.
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger.
Got a positive ID?
Strata 1, target acquired.
Our air support is here.
Strider 1, target eliminated.
Update is on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run? Shit.
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
Cyclops 2, Fox 2. Target is in machine gun range.
Do me a favor, Longcaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
Calling friendly birds. Take out the hostiles in our area. Get us out of this hellhole. We need help while we're still up and running. All over here. Body shit, so I hope we can be part of the fight. With that, we're all lined up. No, they're not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened here, but I really don't want to think about it. Captain Erusian bastards. It's a blatant war crime. Take photos, whatever it was.
New Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the nowhere around here?
It's all crazy people.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. My ship is in the mission depot. It's highly combustible.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
I just got the photograph. We'll head back to give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least give the children a proper burial.
We don't need to defeat them. Just delay their advance. Got it? Don't pursue your team. We just need to buy some time. Holding them bay until Operation Feeding Time. Pull them away from the mass driver.
ID complete. Vehicle confirmed destroyed. Strider 1, target destroyed.
We secure with us. We're keeping the enemy agents away from there.
Gotcha, pal.
I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. The big boys nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved in Delta. If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Our last vehicle has been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly! We did it! We're moving out! Leave the dead behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
It's a big mess.
Caution. Pull up.
We're outnumbered, taking heavy losses. We can't even run. The enemy will shoot us in the back. Can you hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks.
Missile.
ID complete. Hostile confirmed destroyed.
3 strike craft? High shit. Even there. An explosion inside. Start the countdown. Do the countdown. There's still 1 arsenal bird left. If we can kill it from above, then Erusia will have a fighting chance. Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for.
Thanks, but will we make it in time?
The landing ship is waiting for you.
Right, you need to wounded. This will guarantee us a one-way ticket to hell. Pretty sure we're there already.
It's the Ocean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! Confirm. The info is from an allied AWACS. Hold your fire! Roger. But what are we supposed to believe? Who's to be followed?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
Our guys still got the enemy near support. What do we do now? Send in the tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
We're down to less than half our vehicles. It should be looking good. We need help. Bring over your troops. Get in the landing craft! Many thanks, Longcaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood. east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Bogies inbound. Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. She's not the boat. There's no way.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Operation no return. These are unguided. Stay on course. Let's just get this done with.
Visual.
Like an eagle. If that had been our fighter, we might have made it.
Missile. Missile.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers, or they'll flatten our allies.
Missile.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Outnumbered and will be surrounded.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Don't aim. We're doing strategic bombing.
Behind the enemy.
Missile. Missile.
Launch control, this is flight leader. All systems ready. Go for launch.
Behind my target.
Launch control. Mark your coordinates. We're gonna have one launch ready now. Affirmative. It's our last chance for Operation Speed. Launch control. Roger back.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Missile. Missile.
Didn't think that'd miss.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away. Strider 1, missile launched. Hostile confirmed destroyed.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me. Call me Scrap Queen.
Longchester. She's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. I'll share it if you can help these refugees. Count me in.
That's right.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now.
That gets those guys out of our hair.
Intercept those bombers. All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I'd do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she...
Use a smoke canister, and who's taking this to the enemy's doorstep? Not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! Attack right here!
Lancaster, we've confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there. Hurry.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Strata 1, target acquired.
expected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the arsenal bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it.
Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
Let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
Which one first?
Don't try to follow after the supply ships. Stick close to trigger. Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down.
Supply ships are on their scheduled flight path.
We've recalculated the remaining time. 2 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
We're still in this.
Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. If this thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Russian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
Stall warning.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking the supply ships. Not to mention saving the refugees. However, we're in no position to start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress. Can't say I blame him. Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
We found a boat, then sailed away from the island. We had to. We didn't belong there. The new guy's name was George. I noticed when the anarchist said his name, he said it with a thick Belkan accent. How did you know that he was from Belka?
Well, both my parents were from Belka, so...
You never told me that. They say that Belkans are known for their conspiracies.
That's just a stereotype. Now, I simply stated my honest opinion and was thrown in jail for it.
The princess sat there looking miserable. That was a dumbass stunt she pulled back there, but it got us on this boat. Take a look at that. This ship is heading for a single rope that's hanging down from the sky. Do you know how far the end of that rope reaches?
Outer space.
No. It is a direct connection to the very potential of mankind itself. Or at least it was until war erupted.
It's my strong belief that the rope might be connected to a very distant, faraway source of great conflict and strife. Even long before the war, the whole world started falling apart once Harling began trying to build it. I often wonder what was going through Harling's mind when he was trying to destroy the very thing that so many people were sacrificed in order to create.
Sacrificed? What do you mean?
Have you seen all of those countless old space shuttles on Tyler Island that are no longer in use?
Yeah. I always thought of them as a good source of scrap. They're an obsolete technology that was abandoned during the construction of the space elevator. Which would mean that if the space elevator was destroyed, it would be that much harder for mankind to reach the stars. Until we find another way.
But even then, Harling still went ahead and tried to destroy it. At the cost of his own life.
That's not the way I heard it. What I heard was that he sacrificed himself to protect the tower from an incoming missile.
Oh, I was told he tried to fly his ship into the tower in order to destroy it.
I wonder which story is true, Your Royal Highness.
I don't know. Looking at it objectively, it's reasonable to believe that Harling had both options before him.
When it comes to which one you think he took, I guess it's like a mirror.
Yes, it is. It's like a mirror looking into your own soul, based on whichever choice you believe it was. At the moment, though, I can only see darkness. I think that thing should be destroyed.
It's time for the briefing. Although, since we don't have any contact with HQ, it's not like this is an official mission. Anyway, it looks like the seizure of Tyler Island and the relief from Osea have been postponed. In the meantime, we just have to do what we can to survive. Since losing its capital city of Ferbanti, Erusian forces have separated into smaller, autonomous factions. It looks like Erusia's largest force and leading faction will pass through the area around this base. The space elevator is significant to them, so they're probably heading there.
Should we intercept?
Why? I doubt they're gonna start a fight now.
Our top priority should be to get home. Let's go already.
Yeah. It's not like we have the supplies, power, or even a real reason to put up a fight. But what are we going to do if they bring the fight to us? We need to be ready to push them back. If we head inland from here towards Erusia, there's an old castle that's been converted into a stockpiling base. Shalaji Castle. It's currently occupied by some of the Erusian forces that broke off, but we need ammo and fuel. They appear to have converted a freeway into a runway, so we can expect them to have the capacity for air combat. But they'll be easier to handle than Erusia's lead faction. While we can't use all our aircraft to attack, the transport carrying the stolen supplies needs support. Okay, Strider Squadron. You head out first, and neuter the dogs at the stockpiling base. Rendezvous with Cyclops Squadron who will bring the transport. Then we bring the supplies back to this base.
Got it.
Aircraft are our only threat.
Sounds good.
We'll make it. We're all gonna fly home. Together.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
No Ocean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. We've set a number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if friend or foe. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendlies or not.
So, we capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
Target acquired.
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Hushin.
Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our rear position. Retreat!
There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. They're Erusian refugees. They must be fleeing since the conflict got worse.
Missile.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
What are they talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused. I know.
Vehicle confirmed.
We're all out of ammo. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
So what's this faction split from the Erusian military?
The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence.
Why are they after
Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vaslij, which neighbored Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends.
Missile. Missile.
The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
Strider 1, target acquired.
We're unable to use the SAMs! Help me! They have 4 aircraft! 4 planes incoming! Fire more missiles!
We're coming up on the castle.
Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies. Shit!
I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
Missile. Missile.
That's Shalaji Castle.
There you already. Baby, you are scouts. Take in both civilians and refugees without discrimination. Get away from the stone buildings and take shelter somewhere sturdier or underground. Find drop where you are and cover your head if you hear jet engines. All our infantry fighting vehicles
aircraft confirmed.
This town's of high cultural value. It's unfortunate we had to bomb it like we did.
Missile.
We do what we need to survive, right?
Missile.
Not something I'll tell my son about.
AA destroyed! We're setting ducks!
In gun range.
Cancel takeoff. Soul Squadron, stand by.
Negative. This battle's over if we don't get up there.
Missile.
Along with hope of restoration. Don't worry. As long as we accelerate inside the tunnel, they won't be able to shoot us down that easily. Their interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Stall warning.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane.
Soul Squadron, airborne. Keep the invaders out of our skies. Good luck, Soul Squadron.
Understood.
Missile.
You are in violation of Shiraji airspace. Turn around and we'll be forced to shoot you down. This is the OCN Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us. You must be the snowbirds. It's absurd for you to be talking so tough after losing one of your leaders at Forbanti. You bastard!
Missile.
You defile this country.
Missile.
As long as you're here, this country will never know peace. Shit.
Missile.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Missile.
I'm out. Ejecting. I hope he's okay. Mainly under those conditions. I can see his parachute. That's why he makes it to safety. 3 to go. Don't let them work together. Back up trigger. Wilco.
I know. These guys are pretty good.
In gun range. Target was not struck. Roll's been hit. He's ejected. Damn. We can't even last long enough to buy ourselves some time.
As expected, but a lucky shot would be boring.
Some kind of energy weapon. No, it's a railgun.
Strider 1, we have a bogey approaching at high speed. Bearing 090, straight from the east. High-speed projectile launch from the aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky.
We can still help you.
Don't waste your life. Dedicated to reclaiming that which you call home. Furthermore, you must find someone to guide you. I'm not that person.
Mihai. Hostile team squad will be retreating. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on.
Hey, look at the color of that plane. Damn, that's the flames of hell. Time for payback.
Negative. It's no good. I can't get close enough.
Leave it to Trigger, and the rest of us will just get in the way. The rest form a perimeter to catch whatever slips through.
Welcome this.
Might just cost us our lives.
Hit on unidentified aircraft. The enemy's mobility is still unfazed. Keep up the attack. Strider 1 has been hit. Are you alright?
He's flying, but if he takes another hit, it's a miracle you're not in a million pieces.
Unidentified aircraft. Land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to continue fighting on your own?
That's funny. It seems like one of the pilots is also fighting alone.
He's not alone. Look around you.
I see. Perhaps it would have been best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then to see if he's truly worthy.
In a way that minimizes the damage even when he's hit. Keep firing those missiles until you're torn to pieces.
Hey, look. It's like the sky's been sliced wide open. The experimental unit probably made this on a toy. my body. If they are not enough, then I must put my soul into it. There are pilots like you in every generation, and I've found every last one of them.
Strider 1 scored another hit.
He's still flying, but his plane's been damaged. Finish him off, Trigger. Trigger, there's something about Mr. X's flying pattern after he dodges a missile. He flies in a straight line at low speed. That's your chance to attack.
It's a hit. The unidentified aircraft is going down.
He got him. Trigger has splashed a bandit.
Can you hear me, pilot with the 3 strikes? This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings. Put a stop to the drone production.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean?
I don't think this war is over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
No Ocean forces are in the region ahead.
The resupply went well. We should be okay on food and fuel reserves for a little while at least. Luckily, the rumor that the Erusian army is advancing nearby is only a rumor. There's no sign of them from the skies. Rumors, rumors, rumors. This is what happens when you lose communications. But we got one good fact. The plane Trigger shot down was an advanced model of the XO-2 Wyvern. It was developed in the last Continental War. Erusia had a lot up their sleeves. Apparently, they were even supposed to have Belkin aircraft back in the First War. What if Trigger couldn't shoot it down? Just thinking about it gives me chills. We're lucky to be here. In war, you never know what's lurking behind the curtains. But it looks like everything's loose now. Solid chain of command, rest periods after sorties, a battlefield where you know friend from foe. All of that's gone now, lost in a fog of confusion. Feels like a distant dream. Now, just how the hell are we gonna get out of this mess?
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility. I guess this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in. There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural. When the princess saw her, she shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island. She walked right up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other. The factory'd been converted to a production line for Erusian drones. It was fully automated and chugging along, making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there. Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip. Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shalaji, the legendary pilot. Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkans? Because this guy was a Belkan, and they love to stir shit up. Pitting nations against other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with developing hyper-advanced technology.
That's right. I'm Belkan, born and raised. My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil. My people scattered around the globe, living in the shadows of other countries. We had a new purpose: to breed wars. The theory was that through war, we could achieve our destiny and our revenge. I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair. We were responsible for all this damage, all this tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And by us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it. And now, they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusia? My grandfather had only one wish: to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
My homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
This isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it, and the 2 planes containing the data will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right? How about the others? We can destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
I'll show you which locations to target.
I stood there, thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. Harling commissioned it to be painted. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators. I understand now. The space elevator wasn't designed to exploit Erusia after all.
Good. And afterwards, we'll bring down the space elevator itself. No matter why it was built, right now, it's the root of this chaos.
I wonder
Yes?
which path you would choose when looking at Harling's mirror.
Let's get the briefing started.
We've done enough air operations. Just let us go home.
There's no path for us to get home. Whatever direction you fly, it'll be right into a hail of enemy fire. Earlier, we received a communication via the partially restored General Network. Here is what it contained. Apparently, the Erusian radicals have gathered around the space elevator, as it's a source of energy. Give the warmongers a powerful energy source, and you give them the luxury to keep on fighting. In response to this, people from both Osea and Erusia have joined forces, and will take down the final Arsenal bird in a saturation attack from the air to the sea. Once that's achieved, they'll take the space elevator from the aggressors.
Has the source been verified?
It could be fake. I hear you. Take a look at what's written at the end. Hey, dumbass. If you want to bring the world back from the brink, go to the lighthouse. You can see the future.
Dumbass?
Sounds familiar.
Certainly does. It's from those guys we met in Tyler Island, the 444 squad. It's a message to all those looking to end the war. But I also think it's a message for Trigger.
Guess we'll do what it says.
Okay. Well then, I'm thinking we go roast that damn bird.
Looks like we're all on the same page. It's time to end this war. Time to fly, guys. Let's go get that Arsenal bird.
Squadron, sortie ASAP.
We need help! Don't let him damage more! Show them what the erosion, no, what fighter pilots are made of! Thanks, I owe you. No sweat.
Head into formation. We have the numbers.
Well, if it isn't the LRSSG, looks like our luck has turned. LRSSG, you will secure air superiority. There are Erusian aircraft in the Coalition, so they have been ID'd as friendly via the data link.
Just confirmed it.
The Erusian government aircraft, including drones, will show up as hostiles. You two aces, I'm thinking it's time to show us what you've got.
We don't have two anymore. Guess nobody told them. That's quite true, Count. It's not just two. Wiseman trained his squad well. Everyone's still in it as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless of your country, this is headquarters of the Ocean Army Southern Command. Wait, you can forget that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the Arsenal Bird. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal Bird in unison. Roger.
Roger, speaking on an open channel. The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The Erusian aircraft are in the coalition as well.
This is Skull Squadron and Rifle Squadron of the Erusian Air Force. We're here on our own. Lancaster, we're entering your airspace.
This is C2. Republic of Bosnia are also moving to London. Southern Squadron.
It's Mr. X's crew.
Count, he's up. Engagement is forbidden.
Don't worry, I know. We need every bird we can call upon. Even if they were flying with the guy that killed Wiseman. Some of their squadrons are in weird formations.
They have manned aircraft and UAVs.
All this just to keep the war going.
How many more do we need to take out?
Shoot them down one at a time. They'll run out eventually.
3 strikes on our side? In a long time. Again, 3 strikes? Never again.
The UAVs were sluggish once the leader went down.
I thought as much. Drones without leaders are slow as hell. Biggest fraud there's landlord.
Okay. Commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important why... No, who we are. First, our goals. Destroy the space elevator. Second, we want power to the drone factory cut in order to put a stop to all the war and chaos that its products cause. And last, we want to bring an end to this pointless war that has given rise to a state of anarchy. Let me tell you what's going on right now. The land is overrun with refugees who have lost their homes. There's no isolated incident. In spite of that, the war continues to rage overhead.
I'll get that straight UAV. Take it down.
Leadership right there, bud. This is a rebellion. It's a battle for independence. Take down the Arsenal Bird and destroy the country.
Sun Coalition this has turned out to be, huh? They'll keep talking big once the war's over, too. Bet on it. We need something or someone to guide us.
You killed for 3 strikes.
Impressive.
Are the friendly Erusians rebels or what?
They're rebels, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. Brush up on current events later. Focus on the enemy.
Copy that. Take a look. See that line continuing above the horizon? The cable goes up to the sky as far as the eye can see. Not many people know this, but the space elevator is the world's tallest transmission tower. In theory, its radio waves cover exactly half the globe. We've jacked its signal in order to reach out to you.
So that's your strategy.
5 minutes remaining.
the underground tunnel. George, tabloid?
All right, understood.
It's up to us to defend our nation. It doesn't matter if you're in the military or not.
Salamander 2, attack this. Have a visual on free strike. Look out for free strike. Do not shoot him down.
You're in their sights, Strider 1.
Missile away.
The princess is looking at a mural. There's another one here too. It shows a whole bunch of space elevators. Skies unknown. Cosette, let's go. Yes!
Warning. Missiles launched from the Arsenal bird. They're Helios projectiles. All aircraft, stay clear of the blast area. 10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
How many got caught in that explosion?
Caster, we have more incoming.
No. Proceed with caution.
Wilco. We can't switch off the security system. You've got this. If what he said is true, this will give us at least 10 seconds. Cosette! Cosette! What the hell's wrong with you? Get back here! As you all saw, we have a problem. The princess went by herself into the maintenance area and has shut us out. No idea what got her going this time. Stupid woman.
Missile launch from the Arsenal bird. Shit, airburst tight. Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Helios arrived.
I said we were going to take down the space elevator, but it's not like we can just go out there and chop it down. At the top of the windbreak, 6 location markers have been set in place. They monitor distortions in the space elevator. Those are the locations we need to target. If the sensors go bad, the elevator's observation system will think the elevator has fallen. Until its safety can be confirmed, all microwaves will be stopped.
Oh, I get it. What a party.
I was going to do it myself. You dumbass.
Helios launched from the Arsenal bird. 5 seconds. 3, 2, impact now.
You caught that. It's all over.
Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to arrival. 2, inbound.
I'm going down!
Control, it's up to you now.
30 seconds remaining.
The monster bird is in our trap. We'll use a saturation attack. Wait for the signal. Inform the coalition units. We're nearing 0 hour. 10 seconds until the united attack of the Arsenal bird.
Incoming!
5, 4.
Everybody, give this attack everything you've got.
Open fire! the sky! Attack failed! Cruise missiles did not reach their target!
Damn monster.
Lancaster warning all aircraft. I have multiple blips on my scope.
Here they come.
That's something.
Hey, look at the arsenal burn.
Lasers!
This is a trash. It's a rank and marker. Son, we can't fight it. Evacuate! Flagship starting heavily damaged by laser weapons. Report to Captain aircraft control about single blast! Boy lifeboat!
HQ, we have a problem. The damage to the Allied fleet is extensive.
That's some pretty impressive firepower. I, for one, did not see that coming.
The active protection system operated as expected. We should launch another saturation attack. Air power. You'll slow the arsenal burned.
Missile inbound! Evade!
Look at that light from the arsenal burn.
They're after me! I need cover!
It's ready against APS. All aircraft, recon from the arsenal burn.
That was close. Without the AWACS, I would have been a goner.
That's not the control room. Go through the airlock and get on the maintenance elevator. Head to the top of the windbreak. Do you think you can put on that pressurized suit by yourself? You'll never get it on with those drills. Yes.
I'm getting sick of that arrogant bastard, seriously.
No good. The engine control room is gone.
Order to the opposite
Radar room here in CIC.
Nothing phases this thing. Where are we supposed to hit it?
All aircraft. We can no longer commence with a second saturation attack. All aircraft, separately engage in direct attacks.
HQ, it won't be easy to take down the arsenal burn with conventional weaponry. All the ace pilots in the world won't save us unless we have a plan.
Give us time. We'll see what we can do.
You're just thinking about it now? Cover any friendlies, it's hit. Fox 2! Fox 2!
Stunner 1, missile launched. It's ready against APS.
Damn it. I've taken some damage.
Target acquired.
One aircraft hit. No, two.
I can see light bulb shifting, but it isn't lit up.
That's the location marker. Have it from there, right?
Got it.
Stunner 1, missile.
Is there something we can do? Just evading like this will get us all killed. When's that shield gonna
confirmed destroyed. Strider 1 has destroyed a sub-propeller.
You can do it. There's no way it isn't damaged. There's a hit on the laser cannon. Trigger's hammering it.
Laser cannon confirmed destroyed. That eliminates one major threat.
Thanks. That thing almost cooked my tail. Trigger got a sub-propeller. You're getting the hang of this, Trigger.
Too close and they'll shoot each other.
The main propeller is moving again. Just how hard is that thing? It's time to destroy the antenna space. Say what? If we destroy the docking modules, the client will break all the pressure. That'll leave the antenna base vulnerable. Light it on fire and we can cook that bird whole. Theoretically, that may prove impossible for an experienced pilot. That would be a problem, but...
Yeah, but our guy's more than just an experienced pilot.
Trigger, let's do this.
If you really that good of a pilot, I'd bet on it. Besides, if you thought it was impossible, you wouldn't have said anything.
Watch out! The trolls are falling! Everyone calm down. You want to get yourself killed? George! Tabloid! Get back here! I can't leave that girl to die. Fine, fine! Get her, but be quick about it!
Is everything okay? Drones are acting odd.
Run! Run! Careful!
Antenna base unit confirmed destroyed.
Broadcaster! Oh my god! The Arsenal bird is on fire!
Trigger, break off. Arsenal bird is losing altitude rapidly.
Arsenal bird is down.
Longcaster, can you estimate the point of impact?
Don't worry, looks like it'll be open water. All aircraft, avoid the target's path.
That's the last of the rooms. Even in death, that thing is intimidating.
Everyone, can you see this? These people here were alive up until a few moments ago. My friend was here. Can you see this? This is just one of the many sides of war and what it does.
All Erusian soldiers around the space elevator. Surrender now. We will not attack. We can hold them off until support arrives. Our units surrender. You guys better not throw away your lives either.
Wait there, Princess. We'll get you down.
Don't worry about me. Please just take care of the refugees. I'll parachute down. What?
Warning, incoming bogey.
Are those the drones we saw at that factory?
I'm coming down. I'll see you on the ground.
No, wait!
Enemy on my 6! Those guys are bad news. Trigger, boss, do something!
Strider 2, missile inbound! Cosette! What?
This isn't the time for that!
Cosette!
Avril, they're headed this way. Get the refugees to safety now.
Strider 2, you're hit. Are you alright?
Still breathing. I won't be flying much longer, though.
There's an Ocean carrier a few kilometers to the west. It ran aground and was abandoned. It won't be easy, but it's the only place you got.
Trigger, escort your wingman. Let's get to that carrier. That's all we can do.
Trigger, can you hear me? I somehow managed to land. It's your turn now. The carrier ran aground, but that shouldn't be a problem for you. I'll guide you down. 2 miles to carrier. You're too fast. Lower your speed. Raise your nose. ...1 mile to carrier. That's what I'm talking about, Trigger. Not one scratch. Well, we're okay for the moment. Now the real challenge begins.
Well, if it isn't the LRSSG, looks like LRSSG?
Hell, I can't just snap my fingers and make a plane. Believe me, I wish I could. Right now, we needed one. Bad. When we were coming over on the boat, I remember seeing an aircraft carrier. That gave me an idea. The Admiral Anderson. The name of an old sailor. When the first drone started attacking, the ship wasn't ready for battle yet. It was still in the dock, getting all rigged up. So they rushed to get her ready. I know about Anderson. In the previous Ocean War, he was the commander of a ship that sent out the last fleet of jets. They say the deck was sloping so bad as it sank, the last plane barely made it off. Those fighters ended the war. That story gives me a little bit of hope, especially at a time like this. We're all in the same boat, like it or not. If this war keeps going on like it is, it'll be the end of everything. The military loaded this thing to the rafters with planes. Some were fighters that were going to be delivered to bases in occupied territory. It was hit before it could complete the mission. Jackpot. The hangars were loaded with goodies. This Scrap Queen's got work to do.
Trigger, everyone, listen up. The operation was a success. Erusian defense forces have been neutralized, and all Arsenal birds are down. However, those 2 new drones buzzing around have royally screwed up our plans. The Ocean and Erusian coalition's air forces are in a sorry state thanks to them. We might not even have any viable aircraft left. According to the Scrap Queen, the drones are trying to use the space elevator's transmission capabilities to send their data to drone manufacturing plants across the continent. They're trying to strengthen their numbers. What's worse, their data contains a depth of war experience, so the newer aircraft will be more tactically advanced. If that's the case, this war will never end. We need to take both drones down no matter what it takes. We'll do it so we have homes to go back to. Well, the Scrap Queen's on our side. She says she can make any aircraft fly. This is our final mission. Trigger, let's go. We've got a goddamn war to end.
Strider Squadron, takeoff prep complete.
Can I use this? Hey, can you hear me? That craft is in peak condition. I even buffed up the canopy for a nice shine, so you can really see the sky. Take care, Trigger. When you get back, let me know what you saw.
Let me see that. Trigger, wish I could have flown with you. A dinged up plane and an injured pilot would only slow you down. I feel for him now.
Take care. Whatever happens, it ends here. The outcome's mostly up to him. So, this is the guy? Oh yeah, he's the one who took off just now.
We got quite a few Erusians with us. Erusians are sticking around too. I don't care what country anyone's from. What counts is knowing who the real enemy is. Right, guys?
Affirmative. And I think everybody here knows the score. We all know who to follow. Commence mission. All aircraft follow trigger.
Roger that. Understood.
All right.
Understood.
The space elevator is able to broadcast and communicate. With the information infrastructure down, it's the only place capable of wide area data transmission. Drones are waiting for it to power up again.
Clever little bastards.
UAV reacting. Damn, they're fast. All aircraft stay sharp. Intercept now.
Trigger's missile hit. That one looks like it hurt. Trigger has scored a kill. Hell yeah! You finally did it! Way to shoot, Ace. Look, it distorted its wings. What the? It's just like the UAV that Trigger shot down at Bulgurarest. Is that the prototype that Wiseman was talking about?
We're on our way back. There are 70 positions to be asteroid zone.
UAV is down. Radar signal is lost.
Our top ace, showing us how it's done.
That was definitely the most intense thing I've ever been in. Can't wait to tell my son about it.
The space elevator is just powered up. Looks like we made it in just the nick of time. Fortunately, you've prevented data that may have included Trigger's flying style from leaking. I've got a special bottle of wine for occasions like this. What do you say we open it?
Can you hear me? There's still one drone left.
What the hell is that? More importantly, I thought Trigger destroyed all the drones.
It's thrown away its wings, yet it's still flying. Can anyone hear me? That aircraft needs to be taken care of.
She's right. I see something on the radar. The UAV is alive and kicking.
tunnel. That tunnel leads to the space elevator.
Trigger, you're gonna have to fly into the tunnel after the UAV.
Where's the escape vector?
There's enough space for him to turn beneath the elevator.
That's a suicide mission.
Count, where are you going? We rely on Trigger too much. He's gonna need help.
You can't be serious, Count.
Yeah, well, you had no problem with Trigger doing the same thing.
Trigger's different.
We'll see.
You damn fool.
Don't worry. I learned something from my last squadron. Stick with Trigger, and you'll make it.
Count, give me your status.
Alive.
Excellent, so you're both okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What makes you think that?
No time to explain. The radio will cut out soon. It'll take a short time for the drone to send over the data. You need to destroy it as fast as you can.
There it is. UAV spotted. We finally found it. Something. I'll find us a way out. They're waiting for you outside. I'm not gonna let you drop here. No sign of the drone. Did it take another path? Doesn't matter. We know where it's going. We can catch it. Not getting much thrust, but I'll be okay. Oh, that's quite the problem. It appears I can't get any more thrust. Drone is turning. We'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger. It's down. That's right. We're going home. I thought of a way out of here. The space elevator. The windbreak is hollow, and there's no ceiling all the way up. Not sure if my bird can handle it, though. Fly! I know you can make it! I'll attempt a belly landing. Get out of here! Everyone's waiting for you! I wanted to wait until I had less fuel, but I have no choice. Attempting to land. I don't think my plane will make it. Anyway, here goes. Come on, baby, stay with me just a bit more.
Trigger and
Should we send in an evac team?
We can't give up. We have to wait.
Can you hear me? We're all waiting. A world of darkness needs a light to shine. We're waiting for that beacon of light.
Look, it's Trigger. Strider 1 has returned to radar.
I did it! That's our Trigger!
He's a damn hero!
No doubt. You're better than me.
Where's Strider 2? Damn it. Does anyone have eyes on Count?
Wish y'all could have seen that.
You damn fool. What's your position?
Watching Trigger climb. I guess it's my fate to watch from down below.
Yeah, well, we're all in the same boat there.
Yeah, well, I guess we are.
We're sending help. Give us your coordinates.
Directly under the space elevator. Elevation is minus 500 meters.
Minus? Hey, Trigger. You dumbass. Tell me something. What color's the sky up there?
We're on our way back from our 7-year mission to the asteroid belt. I can't tell you how proud I am to be the first to land at
Wait,
this
what was that
spaceport.
transmission?
This is Captain Kay Nagase of the spaceship Pilgrim 1. The ocean of stars in our galaxy is finally within our reach. To the pilot who generously gave this spaceship a place to dock, we are forever grateful. The universe lies ahead of us, waiting to be discovered. And now, at last, we have a gateway to ascend to it, over and over again.
It's all coming together for me. Today was the day, the moment of her return.
I salute the pilot who gave us all a future.
To skies unknown, the path to mankind's vast future remains standing, Granddad. The refugees built a settlement for themselves at the base of the space elevator. A humanitarian mission from Yuktovania airdropped some supplies for them again today. Thanks to the princess, the whole world was pitching in to help these people. Handing out the relief supplies would have been a perfect gig for that anarchist dude. But since he's dead now, the job went to the guy from Belka, George. I guess Tabloid got that new system he wanted in the end. Mihai's granddaughters are helping out too. Mihai. That cranky old geezer's here with us too.
I never wanted to create anything, and now here I am, clinging to life. Watching as my grandchildren and their generation make a new future for themselves and the world. Is this my punishment then? All I do is lie here, wasting away. I'll never know the freedom of flying the open skies ever again. I've been grounded, and my wings have been clipped.
You know what having peace in the world means? It's being able to die in your own bed at a ripe old age. Peace is what those girls are working so hard for here. We got a bunch more refugees today. And the princess? She's looking to the stars. dark blue, to the heavens and beyond.
Can you hear me?
Tu te souviens de nos fleurs préférées qui chantaient tout...
Hey, Alex. I've almost finished writing the summary for the report.
Perfect.
I'm still unconvinced. So here's a question for you, Alex. How can we do this without killing 3 strikes?
Fencer still hasn't recovered?
He has, but the doctor won't let him fly.
Just as much.
How much longer are you gonna make me wait?
Who's the self-important stiff?
Here, and he really is quite important. We're connected. Ready now, sir.
I'm Brigadier General Howard Clemens. I'm in charge of this operation. Our objective is to capture an advanced submarine in harbor at Artiglio. The port of Artiglio and the surrounding oil facilities were mostly destroyed by another air operation.
Oh, that port. Seems like such a long time ago.
You've been there? However, Erusian forces repaired the facilities and used them to resupply and maintenance a massive submarine.
Here's a question. How long do you think this submarine is? If you guess 495 meters, you're right. It also has a width of 116 meters, with a submerged displacement of 810,000 tons. It's a supersized nuclear submarine powered by 2 liquid metal-cooled reactors.
I guess it really is huge. So who's the quiz show host?
David North. I'm an OIA analyst from Advanced Weapons Analysis.
Why isn't he here?
Because he doesn't need to be. He can perform his analysis at his home office.
Ha! We've got ourselves an armchair detective.
Continue.
I've come to call this super submarine the Alicorn. The Alicorn is a submarine, and yet it can stage aircraft operations like a carrier. It also boasts some serious firepower with its 2 main railguns. Their range is over 400 kilometers.
A real monster, if there was one.
The sub's force projection capabilities are equivalent to a carrier strike group. Furthermore, it can approach underwater or use aircraft and railguns to attack outside the enemy's range. It has an unusual history befitting such a ship. It was launched 4 years ago. However, it went MIA on a sea trial after being outfitted. It was later found at the bottom of the ocean by chance, and of the 356 crewmen, 330 were rescued. Here's the question. For how many days was the Alicorn underwater? It was 698 days.
Wow.
They were down there 2 years?
They were on the seafloor at 15 degrees.
So why are they deploying it to the front lines now?
I suspect it has to do with the loss of an arsenal bird and the IRBM cluster.
Huh. Okay, so we just blow up the damn thing?
We capture it. Don't make me repeat myself. We've had reports from local sources that there are weapons of mass destruction aboard the Alicorn.
Source?
If we can secure that evidence, we'll gain advantage in the peace negotiations post-war.
The Ocean Navy has dispatched a fleet, including a landing ship, to capture the Alicorn. Our mission is to secure air superiority and protect this assault and capture task force.
If we take too long, they'll scuttle the sub. The fleet will commence its actions while we seize the skies.
Wouldn't it be risky to bring the fleet in before we secure air superiority?
That is none of your concern.
So basically, you're putting our fleet in danger for political gains.
They should have taught how to address superiors in boot camp.
An EW squadron will be deployed. Their ESM will be a valuable asset. Stay within their range, and you'll have a significant advantage over your enemies. The ETA for the EW aircraft is the same as HAL.
Only Strider Squadron will sortie.
Well, I have to sit this one out?
Wait, Wiseman, you're not coming?
I'll be assisting the Brigadier General at HQ.
This is by no means a difficult mission. Your squadron commander's absence shouldn't change that.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
It's a requiem. Set off as soon as we're ready.
Here we go. Do it with a bang.
Understood.
Shit. What's up?
Friendly aircraft and EW aircraft will arrive 5 minutes late.
What?
Retreat and wait for backup.
Retreat not authorized. Gain air superiority at once. Trigger, what now?
Just for aircraft? Stop talking nerve. Come on. It's time to find a real fighter pilot.
Trigger's already kicked off the game.
Going in. After Trigger.
All aircraft engage. Weapons free.
Sir, you didn't tell us there was a change in the HAL. Launched. I mean our hotshot one in the last 5 minutes.
Bingo. Somebody's tougher than I thought.
Shut your trap and keep shooting.
Shit. Do it with a bang.
Security detected. Send rescue. Attack missed.
Got telecom above and below.
Strider 1, Box 2. Missile away.
Joey, dodge! Friendly hit! Brzezinski! Well, look who we've got here. This planet I made it past our prime final pushover.
Fox 3.
Yeehaw!
need no Wiseman to fly.
Improvement, Cal. Combat's a lot harder without Wiseman.
You sure? Our man Trigger was an absolute monster just now. You're good, but your plane's not doing any favors.
See you later, cowboy. I'll be right. Just a little longer till the friendly's right.
Down quite a few, but haven't even made a dent.
Shut up. You see Trigger complaining?
Well, he doesn't talk much, but fine. Here I go.
This is Stinger 1. 3 and 4, head to 305. Hit the attack. Sugar 3, Wilco. Haley, pilot your room with the plane.
Trigger, we're seeing advanced stealth fighters.
SG-57's highly capable planes. Stay on your toes if you engage them.
These guys are good. I'll put them under the left and you take them on the right. We're the last generation of fighter pilots. Just what we can do. It's not every day you're in a battle like this.
Come on, try me. Nobody's got more combat experience than we do.
Help me! Get altitude. Turn it to speed. Trigger, take out enemies away from our fleet to taking control of the entire airspace.
Don't run out. This plane is not an option. Keep course. A few sparks are to be expected.
Target acquired.
Hostile eliminated. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, CW aircraft and Drake squadron are here.
I didn't think you'd get her so quickly.
We're here, team.
The EW aircraft have strong ESM on board. They can improve your dogfighting capabilities by enhancing missile range, homing, and more.
I get targeted the moment I try to close in on their ships. They're only human. They'll tire out soon enough.
Drake 1, engaging. Drake 3, engaging.
Strider 1, missile away.
Drake 5, engaging. Drake 10, engaging. Number call movement to dogfight.
Only fire at aircraft approaching the submarine. Leave the rest to our boys in the air.
Missile launched.
My weakness says he's going to strike. I can't stop it. Trigger, you see the ESM range displayed on your radar? Your capabilities will improve inside that area.
Their rings are thinning. At last, the light at the end of the tunnel. Continue with your mission. Receiving support from ESM.
Trigger splashed the hostile.
The ESM's improving your aircraft's dogfighting capabilities.
That flies pretty well. Didn't think pilots of that caliber were still around.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Alert! Alert!
Lock on bandit. In your tent, Trigger. Are you sure? Damn sure. It's 3 strikes.
Take them off. Get in the crowd.
Strider 1, missile away.
They're up. Trailing out.
Rescues have been difficult out here. Stage 3 strikes. Trigger shot down at SU-57. That was our youngest pilot.
We're not fighting UAVs. It's just as hard on them as it is on us.
Multiple aircraft approaching this airspace. They're Harriers.
Any moves to attack our fleet must be stopped.
All right.
Cover me.
You know how? That's the meeting place for pilots replaced by UAVs. This is it. This is the battlefield I've been craving.
I don't even have time for a snack on this operation.
Just wait. I'll get you a break in a second.
Thanks. Harrier destroyed. Nice work. Those fighters are after the fleet. Take care of the rest. Target is down.
That would have been way too close if it wasn't for Trigger.
Target acquired.
No control. Returning to base. Don't forget the top mechanics who seem to have a problem every time Grease Trek shows up. Son of a... Can he see through the clouds or something?
Trigger has scored a kill.
Bonza.
Command duty officer. The approaching landing ship is to be considered hostile. Set it as your target.
Roger. Set primary target to hostile landing ship Puffin.
Our target is the captain of the Puffin, Robert Harry.
Captain?
Ah, you don't see it. Gunnery is about killing the people on board.
Detecting hostile barrage jamming. They brought EW aircraft. I'm displaying the jammed area on your radars.
Somebody take down their EW aircraft!
Launched.
Keep your eyes on three strikes. Might learn a thing or two. Roger. Ignore enemy aircraft. Focus on ESM.
Missile's not homing in properly.
When in range of enemy jammers, missile lock-on and homing capabilities are reduced.
This is gonna be trouble.
Enemy EW aircraft is down.
Great. Their jamming zone's shrinking.
I'll show you moves no UAV can copy.
Break their coordination.
Strutter 1, missile launched.
Yes! This is the air combat I've been waiting for! Now we don't really care about the sub and just want a good fight, huh?
All aircraft be advised. Enemy strike fighters are on the approach. They're fullbacks, definitely faster than the ones before.
Pose a serious threat. Take them down.
Righto. Trigger, let's get this done quick.
We're past the third checkpoint. We're halfway there. From Puffin to all ships. Change formation.
Full speed ahead. Move in front of the landing ship Puffin. We're going to be their shield. You see the size of that sub? Why the hell was it not in action all this time?
These guys aren't just a bunch of goons.
Be advised, enemy aircraft nearing the landing ship.
That's it. So the trigger splashed a fighter.
EW aircraft moving to patrol.
Fox 3.
Damage control to CIC. The engines are intact. We're still good.
Strider 1.
Sequence failed. Incoming.
The landing ship is under attack. Keep the enemy away from our ships.
Target eliminated. Go to work.
Looks like we'll have that beast captured in no time.
They'll be happy to see us. It's been 2 years at the bottom of the ocean. I think we want to go back to that.
I see 3 strikes. I'll kill you.
All aircraft be advised. 2 bogies on the approach. Aircraft type, Su-47.
Burkets. Arusha doesn't have many of those. Where'd they come from?
Hey, Rage, can I kill him now? I've waited long enough.
Use the confusion to get on a 6.
Like a true villain, huh? I like the way you think.
I'm seeing on my tail. Taking fire. You idiots, ignore their illusions.
Don't call me an idiot. I'd kill you if you weren't my brother.
The bogey shot down an Erusian bird.
What do you mean?
There are no more reinforcements. They must be hostile. You are cleared to engage. Don't hesitate. More of these guys.
See a door eruption. We're just filthy fast.
Strider 1, bandit destroyed.
Get him.
I'm gonna screw you up so bad.
How do you dodge that?
Fox 2!
Locked on.
Hostiles just popped out of nowhere.
It's an ECM, type of saturation decoy.
Visually scan for the source.
Entering ESM range. Strutter 1, missile launched.
Shit. Scream. Pulling out.
God damn it! Three strikes, I will have you! You will die!
What? Hey, what are you doing? Am I hearing things?
No, I hear too. You burn so fast. You won't have enough time to piss your pants.
Hey, those filthy bats are on the run. Let them go.
This was using OCS radio frequency. That's an encrypted military channel.
That's nothing to worry about now. Focus on the mission at hand.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Here's your stick. You're mine.
Bravo!
hostiles confirmed.
Negative.
We're detecting surface-to-ship weapons teams around the sub. Eliminate them.
Stay in formation.
Target acquired.
Target coordinates re-entered. Ready to fire. Roger. These are my orders.
Frequently down!
Target is down.
Let the LRSSC take care of the enemy aircraft.
Missile hit.
A friendly shot down the SU-34 approaching the fleet. We owe you one.
Missile
Captain,
launched.
it's 3 strikes and his crew. They've tied down the enemy bird. Our men just might make it through.
Strider 1. Bandit destroyed.
Why hasn't he gone down yet? We can destroy the landing ship. We can take this place along with it.
Strider 1. Target destroyed.
Trigger is destroyed the target.
Be advised, enemy ground forces are preparing to strike. All ground targets destroyed.
This takes away the enemy's surface-to-ship capabilities. Fine work, Trigger.
Captain, they're ready for takeoff, sir. They're prepared to sacrifice their lives to carry the cargo.
Beautiful.
Captain,
Minds are about to be snuffed out in senseless cruelty.
3 minutes
How
remaining.
many must be sacrificed to put them to rest?
Captain charged.
Wait.
Target in sight. Machine gun, command and ready.
We got this. Bird strikes in a squadron or with us.
Strider 1. Bandit splashed. Target acquired. Strider 1. Bandit destroyed.
Too many of our fighters.
Missile away.
From here, that submarine was huge.
Receiving support from ESM. 2 minutes remaining. Hostile confirmed destroyed. Missile away.
The enemy has a lock on me.
Lock on.
Hostile confirmed destroyed.
they're not retreating. That submarine must mean the world to them.
Entering ESM range. Missile launched.
Target 1, missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Great job.
I'm impressed. You did really well out there.
Yes, that was one hell of a firework, Trigger.
Missile away. 1 minute remaining.
Alicorn, do you copy? We cannot stop the approaching enemy landing ship. Scuttle the sub immediately. As an enemy spacecraft belongs to the Erusian military. What do you say? Don't you see?
Puffin, this is Lancaster. Enemy's resistance is dwindling and we've almost secured air superiority.
Copy. Commencing capture operation.
The rest is all yours, Captain. Now I can finally have my sausage rolls.
That's the kind of food you eat up there?
Of course, anything other than finger food would get in the way of my duties.
It clearly wasn't what she meant.
Took longer than I expected. I'll be leaving now. You take command from here on.
Well done, pilot. Then slow ahead both engines.
Are you sure? Commanding ship Puffin to all active units. Enemy submarine has started moving.
Commence firing.
Main guns commence fire.
Bearing 180, cruising at 5 knots. Movement on the deck. It's their aircraft.
Alicorn fired on her with the railguns. The landing ship's on fire. It's gonna sink.
Confirming launch of submarine-based aircraft. 4 bird. It appears one of them is carrying a cruise missile.
What?
What in the world?
What happened? Submarine. Listen up. You need to take that bird down. Hurry.
Patch me in. Do you hear me? David North here. There's a possibility the cruise missile is a WMD.
Shoot! Hey, what about the submarine?
We've got to help our ship first.
Don't lose them. Shoot them down.
Shit!
Bandit down.
Trigger's caught up to them.
Scrap them, Trigger.
I'm reading
They're shooting shields. Crazy.
Keep it up.
Fill our ballast tanks. Full speed ahead once we're underway.
12 miles until the aircraft leaves the AO.
Yeah.
Target's destruction confirmed.
Seems he was down by 3 strikes.
The damn bastard ruined it.
Captain,
Don't you see? He walked all over it with his dirty boots, over the crisp white sheets of my bed that I had just made. Let's have him assist in the next plan. It'll make a fine sideshow for our scheme to kill 1 million people. Or was it the plan to save 10 million lives, command duty officer?
Here we go. Do it with a bang.
Understood. Shit.
What's up? Friendly aircraft, EW aircraft.
The operation has been completed. Stand by for further orders.
Hold on. We still don't know who those bats were. Why were they after Trigger? They were using OCS radio frequency. You mean they're on our side?
Impossible. They didn't respond to our IFF. Or maybe they were there to settle a personal score. There's nothing unusual about being shot in the back by an ally.
Guess it might have been that way where we came from, but you know what I'm saying, Trigger?
Everyone, here's a question.
That's enough. Remove him from the call.
Wait, don't hang up on me yet. How did they know that we had intelligence on their weapons of mass destruction? They never would have taken such actions if they didn't know.
They have a spy.
Better to be suspicious than not, I suppose.
At the very least, we'll have to assume from here on out that they know everything that we do.
Another question, Alex. Captain Mateus Torres, the captain of the Alicorn. What is his goal?
There are 21 likely targets. The number of main routes
Wrong.
to the targets is 2,405.
You're being too logical.
Want me to define main?
Alex, can you be more sensory?
What do you mean?
Make me a collage of Torres' quotes. Work freely. Keep my hypothesis in mind.
Life taken by cheap kills of forward projectional sea power.
No good.
No good.
Alex. All right, let's go on. Try to be a little more sensuous.
Monstrous, 16,752. And salvation of passivity.
Okay.
Vulgarity of 6 per minute of forward security.
Good.
will of nuclear retaliation on death. 160mm guidance where massacre is placed by mass planning.
More logically.
Salvation of 10 million. An elegant massacre upon the Cage continents.
Stop. That's correct? Or is it?
David, I've built a model of Captain Torres and 3 strikes. Based on your hypothesis and mission parameters
from the past, I ran a precision combat simulation. But it failed.
Bummer. Why didn't it work?
Reasons in sensuous order are: 1. Your hypothesis is trash. 2. The parameters you gave me are trash.
Did I do something to tick you off?
3. Captain Torres is a singularity.
So the values diverge. But what about this one? 4. 3 strikes is a singularity.
That's outside the confidence interval. The possibility that it's 1, 2, or 3 is 99%.
What?
Significance is high.
Try this. This is 3 strikes data before he's assigned to the LRSSG.
The Erusian military is gathering its remaining naval forces at Anchorhead Bay. Apparently, they're even bringing in ships from the Mothball fleet. This is probably to reinforce their naval power in preparation for the showdown in Farbanti. We've received intel that the Alicorn will also be joining them.
From which source, Brigadier General? There's a possibility the Alicorn's former crew have been tasked with sabotage.
Your job is to analyze the enemy's weaponry. From now on, speak only when authorized. I don't hear a response.
May I be authorized to speak first, sir?
When we're done, I'll be talking to your superiors. Here's your mission. LRSSG is to raid Anchorhead, carry out airstrikes on Anchor Bay to the north and Dockyuk Bay to the south, inflicting all possible damage. If we can strip the port of its naval functions, we can also prevent the submarine from joining forces.
The area around Anchorhead is Erusian territory. To delay hostile detection, you will sortie in small numbers and make your way in at super low altitudes.
Small sortie. Who's going?
Count, Lanza, Hujan, and Trigger. 4 aircraft from Strider Squadron will be deployed.
Well, all right, I got this.
To cover our lack of numbers, we're giving you plenty of opportunities to resupply. Look here. We've set up multiple return lines. Make full use of them to resupply and change armaments. Also note that the enemy will not be able to mount a defense immediately after detecting them. Use this window to destroy high-threat targets. That should make things much easier for you.
It should also raise the survival rate.
Survival rate, huh?
The element of surprise and resupplying are the key. Beyond that, I just need a couple of pilots who will stick to my orders. We don't need an ace to succeed. Got anything to say? Good.
Brigadier General.
That is all.
David, go on.
Let me share the career of Mateus Torres, captain of the submarine Alicorn. Does anyone know how his people hailed him?
A bit unfair to provide us with next to no hints, don't you think?
Fair enough. The hero of Cumberth Harbor is the answer. He was a captain of the battleship Tanager at the time of the Continental War. It led Aegir Fleet, the Invincible Armada. But when the fleet was destroyed at Cumberth Harbor, so was his ship.
Yet, he's the hero?
He was able to bring most of his crew home with accurate damage control and precise evacuation orders. Then there's the accident with the alicorn. Many believe that if they stay with him, they'll live. Transfer from surface to underwater is unusual. However, considering his skill and reputation, along with the fact that the alicorn is no ordinary submarine, it all makes sense.
It'll be a difficult mission to carry out with 4 aircraft. Still, I'd like to add one more to the mission conditions.
What, you want to make it even harder?
I want a 100% survival rate for the sortie. Any other number and the mission will be considered a failure.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
I can almost touch the water.
Altitude restriction lifted. Begin up.
The food at this party served buffet style. Pick whatever dish you like before the host mounts a resistance.
Luco, I'll eat their hearts out.
Sorry, Trigger. The juicy targets are all mine.
Emergency! 4 bogeys! ETA 2 minutes!
Already here. Where's the attack coming from?
Nice, Trigger. There's no enemy movement yet.
Gobble up all the high-value targets. Forget about your manners.
Never had any of those to begin with.
Had to stay behind last time. This is gonna be a walk in the park. It's a good warm-up to get back in the game.
AA defense system was destroyed before it was activated. This'll make things easier later.
Brigadier General Cleric, about 3 strikes. I'm sure we'll get a positive result this time.
Yes, Lieutenant General Shepard. Operation Dominoes is going as planned.
Caution. Caution. Pull up.
The target has been destroyed. So, which one looks the hardest to chew?
Resistance from enemy air defense is confirmed. Keep on dining. Just don't pay for it.
Righto!
Begin firing SAMs! Now's our chance. Now time for a counterstrike.
I should have brought my air-to-ground missiles.
A bomb would go fine. Wiped them out with one hit.
Bombs away. Strider 1, missile away.
How many are there? Like 1,000 enemies against the 4 of us? You probably need to multiply that by 10. That's fine by me.
Attack hit on Aegis vessel Quito. Ship destroyed.
Got a big game hunter.
You can't resist hogging the spotlight. Dibs on the next one.
Sir, there's a few of them. They've done damage to the port and ship.
Command won't accept this report. Do whatever it takes to shoot them down.
Trigger, get on the return line if you need to. There's no need to wait until you've emptied your weapons bay.
Half our ships have either been sunk or stalled. Somebody do something about those bastards up there. We're immediately. We're sitting ducks.
If we can get up here,
here. We'll be able to save a lot of boys in Farbanti.
Okay.
30% of observed enemy forces destroyed.
Great. Keep it up.
We ain't done eating yet. Ain't that right, Trigger?
How many ships in port are still operational? Damage bolt, likely left the cap. Ludicrous. They'll fill the port with scrap metal at this rate. Lost contact in seconds, too. If they're gone, that means we have less than half our forces left. Damn it, I haven't eaten yet.
Vehicle eliminated.
Only 3 minutes and 2 o'clock.
Got eliminated.
All right. We've wiped out most of their forces in the urban area.
Still see some ships moving. Trigger, let's go for those.
There's no need to go through the whole menu. Focus on the juicier targets.
Roger that. Here we go, Trigger.
Lieutenant General Shepard, we have a status report. 50% of the enemy forces have been neutralized. That's mostly the work of three strikes. Suggested operation that doesn't rely on our ace pilots. You won't have many on board unless you can convince them that you don't need three strikes. Yes, sir. This is Tucker 04, requesting airstrike on the helicopter carrying our target.
Target eliminated.
Target is Vice Chief of Naval Ops, Rear Admiral Samuel Prynn, sending coordinates.
All aircraft, we data link the intel we received from our recon team. If you have a visual on the target, shoot it down.
Target confirmed down. With Samuel Prynn gone, Arusha's naval stratagem will lose its edge.
Radio chatter in that area has quieted down. Try a different location, Trigger. It looks like there are delicacies on other tables as well.
Lanza has the southern port to himself. Don't think he can go it alone.
Trigger, let's go.
All hostile ships in the vicinity have been destroyed.
Awesome. Keep it up, Trigger.
This port is home to multiple enemy fleets. Probably too much for Lanza's poor stomach.
Damn straight. Trigger, count. Lend me a hand, will ya? This is Shepard. Team 3 Strikes is showing a stellar performance. Osea has much needed here. That is the unanimous conclusion of those in this room, Brigadier General. Certainly not the result I predicted. I'm sorry, sir.
Going for another attack run.
He doesn't show with hit. It went offline. That aircraft evaded all that anti-air fire? You have to be kidding me.
Don't let your guard down, guys. 100% survival rate. Let's go.
Yeah, we're all going home together.
All weapons are out of ammunition.
Target destroyed. Trigger's wiped out the enemy's AA guns.
Good. Friendly should have an easier time attacking ground targets.
Can't let Trigger hog the spotlight.
Missile away. UAV confirmed destroyed.
That's a lot of ships lost. We're gonna make a fortune once the war's over. Why stock in salvage companies while you can?
Confirming additional hostile ground forces.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Missile launched.
Ha! I'm actually getting used to flying like Trigger.
4 MiG-31s approaching. They're fast. These guys are interceptors. Bearing 310, altitude 2000.
Stay back. You're not equipped for air to air. We still got machine guns. Engaging.
Good. We've reduced enough of the enemy forces. Job well done. That prime rib and truffle soup sure were good. But hold on, lunchtime's not over yet. Go grab some desserts.
I knew you'd say that. That MiG-31's not firing any missiles.
They must have scrambled without changing weaponry.
Unable to fire missiles. I know how that feels, but that's no reason to go easy on you.
Bandits coming from the northwest. They're in large numbers. 8 Su-37s.
Warfighters exiting at super low altitude bearing 015. We have a report that 3 strikes is among them. We have no further intel. Sorry, we couldn't protect the port.
Roger that. Stay the best time. Alpha Squadron, EO Squadron, clear to engage. 4 aircraft destroyed the entire port. Must be hallucinating.
It's not a hallucination, it's a nightmare!
It's already about its time. Don't waste it. Take the kill.
Strider 1, bombs away.
3 Strikes is performing well above our expectations.
Oh, you sound downright ecstatic. All right, Trigger, let's go get him.
Strider 1, target acquired.
This is Tucker 04 requesting airstrike. Sending coordinates. Those are burned. Thank God!
Strider 1, watch your tail.
Missile. Missile.
Target enemy aircraft. Fire!
Missile.
Attacking.
Missile.
Locked on, bandit.
Missile.
Came in for a picnic, found ourselves in a marathon. I thought you said this was gonna be a walk in the park?
You take walks to, well, walk. With a picnic, you have to eat.
You don't have to tell me which you prefer.
Hostile ships approaching from the southeast. It's a large fleet with Aegis vessel Metas and battleship Dysnomia numbering among them.
To find a pristine fleet after all that?
Let's do this. Bridge to CIC. Multiple smoke plumes from the port. If it weren't for the bad weather, you would have been caught in there. Prepare for anti-air combat. Mortar drone has reached the target. Captain, we're starting the guided artillery fire drill.
Command to the officer. What do you think will turn drill into a real war? You don't see it, do you?
It's imagination.
Use your imagination, my fellow submariners. A single shell will save 10 million lives.
Begin drill. Ready for anti-air combat. Anti-air combat.
Looks like we're late to the party. They've done a number on our allies.
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
They're way too close. We're in for a brawl.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Strider 1, this is Control Tower.
The enemy's right in our base. Stay sharp, gunnery officer. Aye, aye, sir.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Missile. Caution.
Strider 1, bombs away. Maintain course to return for resupply.
Missile.
Trigger just sank a battleship.
Battleship Dysnomia is crippled. Navigation is stable. That ship's heavily armored. How could that be?
Missile.
Additional UAVs on radar.
Pretty shabby for a reinforcement.
Stay sharp. There's something amiss.
Missile hit.
Enemy has a lot. Evade.
Strider 1, package away.
Missile in the air. Wait, now.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Target has been destroyed.
Warning, incoming high-speed projectile.
Projectile?
Terminal guidance! Get away from that UAV!
What do you mean?
Contact imminent.
Salvation.
Impact of the UAV's coordinates.
Shit, I'm hit.
What? What happened?
More on the way.
What in the world?
You alright?
Fire incoming. Distance 50,000. It's adjusting its course.
Trigger, get away from it.
Distance 30,000. Contact imminent.
Trigger, you hanging in there?
Picture it. Salvation. The death of a million is a necessity.
Analysis shows the projectile was a railgun shell. We're currently determining the launch site.
They're shooting from beyond the horizon. That's why they need the UAV for terminal guidance.
We'll data link the predicted explosion radius from now on.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower airspeed. Raise your nose, you're too low. Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear?
We'll data link the predicted explosion radius from now on.
Damn it. You're telling me to leave my teammates behind?
Fusion, head back. I want that 100% survival rating.
Roger that. I'm pulling out.
We got the rest covered.
I'm counting on you.
All hostile ships in the vicinity have been destroyed. Taking on this much naval power is an astonishing feat. Strider 1, target destroyed. Strider 1, missile away. Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Trigger, missile inbound.
Target acquired. Projectile detected. 10 seconds to contact. Contact imminent. Strider 1, missile away.
Never felt so cramped in the sky.
Maintain course to return for resupply.
You dodged it. Hostile has a lock.
Tucker 04 to Lancaster. Need you to attack the designated heli.
Target destroyed. 3 minutes remaining.
Target confirmed down. With Captain Alonso Terrigo gone, Aegis vessel Thalassa won't be much of a threat.
Target acquired. Strider 1, Fox 2. Detecting shell in flight. 10 seconds to contact. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Missile closing. Break, break.
Missile away.
Picture it.
Maintain course to return for resupply. Target eliminated. Fox 2.
Open your eyes. Check 6.
Getting out of box. Breaking. One my enemy's down.
2 minutes remaining.
Locked on. This one's a goner.
Missile launched.
Not bad at all, Trigger. Strider 2. Fox 2.
Enemy shell detected. 10 seconds to contact. Fox 2. Impact now. Target hit. Strider 1, bandit splashed.
Three strikes are still unharmed.
Locked on, bandit.
Missile away.
Missile, right now!
Hostile has a lock. I've got a sitting duck here.
All SU-37s have been destroyed.
Those guys were well trained. Would have been tough if we let them hound us.
Missile launched. 1 minute.
Battery, this is Hoytman. Package X already
Bandit splashed. Missile hit.
Also, there's a rumor going around with the military. 3 strikes in the sky is a sign of a new moment. 3 strikes. Flags the drive.
Missile launched.
Imagine we're just about to be killed. Why am I going to be killed, you ask? Because they want to disappear from you, to torment you, to burn you, to cut you apart. It was for your sins, your actions, and your vengeance. There has to be a reason. 3 strikes has none of that. I do.
Shell exploded. It's off the
See
grid.
command to the officer.
Missile hit.
Get down.
Strider 1, watch your tail. Target designated by Tucker 04 exited the combat zone.
Locked on.
Projectile exploded in the distance. Must be a failsafe.
Bingo. Looks like we found a solution.
All right, all aircraft, follow Trigger's example if you can.
Well, that's easy for you to say.
Well done. You managed to hit the Erusian Navy's fleet and command structure pretty hard.
That was definitely a free lunch if there ever was one.
Mission complete. Return to base. Withdraw from the operation airspace. You completed the mission, but it's not done until you return home.
Arrogant bastard.
Stand by. Warning, 2 bogies inbound. Bearing 090, SU-47s.
Lonzo, missile, behind you! Lonzo!
Strider 3 is hit.
Good. Now we have less goons to deal with. Do it, Scream. Yeah!
engaged to let Strider 3 escape. We're calling off the withdrawal. Both of you, watch out for their missiles. The missile alert didn't go off in time. Hit me as soon as I heard it.
It may be that the enemy's missiles have stealth capabilities. Their missiles may hit you immediately after your missile alert goes off.
So that's the trick.
Missile.
Nicely done. You siblings can go to hell together. Brother and sister?
Missile.
I'll give him this.
Missile.
Watch your chapel flash fly.
Good, you're on their 6. It's 2 on 2, Trigger. We can't lose.
Sorry, but you don't count. It's 2 on 1.
Who you calling a wuss?
The bats seem to have enhanced their ECM capabilities.
Righto.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Got a hit on 3 strikes. Rage, you take him out. Consider it done.
They're trying to make you chase one so the other can get on your ass.
Missile.
Our reputation will soon once you're finished. Scream! Damn it! You'll pay for this 3 strikes!
Only 1 left. We run them down together. But the death blow will be from you, Trigger.
I'll kill him! I'll kill him, all right!
Don't let the enemy's emotions make you lose your cool.
I don't pity him. Not one bit.
Missile away. Strider 1 has splashed a drone. Railgun shell lost its target.
I'll kill you!
Missile. Missile.
I'll kill you! Ah! Scream!
That's a hit. We got the bat.
Take that, asshole.
Scream! 3 strikes! Just as I imagined. No matter what we do, this is how we end. But know this, 3 strikes. I'd rather go to hell than live in a world shaped by you. So yeah, we'll be heading there now.
Unidentified aircraft. Eject. Eject now.
I gotta catch up to her.
The bat's blip has disappeared from our radar. At that altitude, it likely has crashed.
Serves them right.
Stall warning.
Yes. The problem has been eliminated.
Meet us at the drop-off point. 3 strikes has removed all strangler illusion forces. That did make for a good sideshow.
I have no doubt that the plan to save 10 million lives will lead Illusia to true victory.
Stop thinking so small. It's salvation on a far grander scale.
Stall warning.
I can almost touch the...
Illusion, no, stop it! Hey, chill.
Illusion, stand down! Sit!
Shit, my cola.
The fleet at Anchorhead was eliminated, and we prevented the submarine from joining forces. The unidentified aircraft were shot down too. The mission was a complete success.
Complete success, my ass.
Brigadier General, it sure seemed to me like the bats knew you pretty damn well.
You seem to be confused. Report in for a medical check. We'll decide if you're still fit for service based on the examinations.
Cut it!
That's enough! Get the MP!
He's right. Get the MP.
Vice Chairman Edwards of the Joint Chiefs of Staff?
The Alicorn slipped into Anchorhead Bay after the mission was completed, using the confusion for cover. It resupplied quickly and escaped unharmed. Their goal was not to join forces. It was to resupply using the window we created by chasing away the Erusian forces. We did their bidding, albeit unknowingly. But the problem runs deeper than our lack of tactical acumen. Analyst North, explain for us.
The crew caught in the submarine accident, 330 men made it back alive. Of them, 300 are still in the sub today. Our intel has led us to believe that some or all of the 30 men who left the sub are now working as agents for the Alicorn. Sabotage, espionage, cyber propaganda, dissemination of false intel. Brigadier General, do you recognize the name Edgar Saxon, or Zool, as he used to go by? He is a former member of the Alicorn's crew, and your source of intel.
You are a fool, Brigadier General Clemens. Not only that, the radio communications during the mission suggest you are a traitor.
Sir, if you check with Lieutenant General Shepard, you'll understand that this is all just a misunderstanding.
The Lieutenant General claims you were responsible for handling all aspects of the mission. Now, let me say that again. Get the MP.
No need for that. Piece of shit.
We've acquired important intel from the mission. For example, the shells from long-range anti-air fire came in on depressed trajectories. Look, the estimated energy output of the railgun is 500 megajoules at least. Fired at minimum energy trajectory, range is over 3,000. They hit a powerful rail cannon aside from their main guns.
It's almost like Stonehenge.
A mobile Stonehenge.
And also, this. The Alicorn was in harbor at Anchorhead for approximately 10 minutes. They couldn't have loaded SLBMs. They loaded something smaller.
Smaller?
What is smaller and yet a powerful weapon?
Tactical nukes.
Close. The answer is tactical nuclear shells.
Nuclear shells?
No way.
Hey, he got that question right.
Nah, I missed the shell part.
Quiet.
They'll likely attack our bases on the East Coast.
Their target's ORED, the Ocean capital.
They want a nuclear war?
Here's a question. What's a situation where nuclear deterrence doesn't work?
Quiz guy, I've had enough of this.
Oh, only if terrorists have the nukes.
Correct.
Damn, Scald.
Hey, I'm good at trivia games.
But we're after an Erusian submarine, not terrorists.
No, he's right. HQ tells me Erusia's justification is that the Alicorn mutinied. As such, the Erusian military cannot be held responsible for the submarine's actions.
Damn.
So they intend on dropping a nuke on the Ocean capital of ORED.
Here's a question for you, analyst. Just exactly who are we fighting?
Correct term is terrorist, or irregular military, but I have a different name for them. An enemy to be stopped at all costs.
Correct.
Some individuals are exempt from rules that should apply to everyone. A hero is suddenly a risk factor the moment the war is over. So you murder him. Crude, but effective. In reality, they've no need for living heroes, just dead ones. Here's a question, Alex. Can we stop Captain Mateus Torres?
Depends on if you treat the captain or 3 strikes as a singularity.
Both are. What happens when 2 singularities exist on the same field?
That requires 7 months calculation with current resources.
We'll just have to trust the guys in the field.
David, evacuate.
No, I still have to finish up here. The Erusian military finally sent part of the Alicorn specs. Its basic capabilities listed here were as we predicted. What's interesting is this over here. In addition to main guns, they have a 600mm 128 caliber rail cannon. The barrel exceeds 70 meters. Its range is over 3,000 kilometers. That matches what we calculated from the bombardment on Anchorhead Bay. The mini nuke they seem to have obtained has a yield of 1 kiloton. It'll destroy anything within a 400-meter radius of Ground Zero. Casualties are to be in the tens of thousands.
I know some things are better left unsaid, but let me say it. That's less damage than I expected.
Nice catch. Do you remember this speech?
This boat has the means to end this hideous war in a definitive and elegant manner. The world shall be horrified by the number of lives we will take. Only then will they let go of their weapons. Weapons that would have taken the lives of 10 million.
The imagery invoked by those words and the actual predicted damage just don't match.
So, here's a question.
Sorry, got no quizzes for you today. They will launch the nuke on September 19th.
Why are you so sure?
Because that's the anniversary of the end of the Continental War. Anti-war demonstrations and victory parades are in full swing in ORED. There's about 1 million participants in total. That number will rise on the anniversary. However, this nuke isn't that powerful. They'd have to thread through the eye of a needle to achieve their desired result.
Terminal guidance would be needed.
Right. How do they intend to achieve it when even GPS won't work?
You're all thinking too much. If we sink the submarine, it's problem solved.
Crude, but effective.
Crude?
All right, look at this. The Alicorn's expected course. We know it was off Anchorhead Bay, and it has to get to ORED within range before September 19th. They must avoid being detected by OSEA, its allies' sound surveillance system, and ships. Taking into account its maximum operating depth, this is the only possible route. The Alicorn will move along the Azalea seamount chain and reach a rather blandly named body of water called PX-80443. The waters here are shallow due to an undersea mountain range and nearby islands. This is where it'll be. We also know roughly when they'll arrive in the area.
Quite the prediction you have.
Indeed, but if it makes it through, then you're looking at P&E Trench. The Subsnac's operating depth is 600 meters. Tracking it would be impossible.
Right. Now I'm going to give you the mission details, so listen up. Our mission is to cooperate with the patrol aircraft to find the Alicorn. In the first phase of the mission, multiple patrol aircraft will drop sono buoys to build a sono buoy barrier. Then, in the second phase, we narrow down the possible location of the Alicorn by analyzing the data obtained from the sono buoys. The results of our analysis will be data linked and shown on an overlay on your radars. And for the final phase, Trigger, you're gonna look for the submarine. We acquired one special MAD, a magnetic anomaly detector, for this. It'll be on Trigger's plane. Fly over where we expect the Alicorn might be. If the submarine is right beneath you, your MAD will detect it. You'll also have nautical charts on your radars, so use them. Once it's found, our fleet will commence a unified attack with ass rocks and sink it.
And if we miss?
4 ships will be joining the operation. There won't be a second salvo.
So who's flying, Wiseman?
Everyone except myself. Oh. This is an order. Now get your fat asses moving.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
It's time for some treasure hunt, Trigger. Oh boy, I'm excited.
Hey, stop screwing around.
Don't be such a hothead, Hushin. We all know what'll happen if we screw up.
This is Patrol Aircraft Vector 1. We'll deploy the solar buoy barrier. We're all prepared to find a farm, and that's why there's so many of us. According to calculations, just one needs to fly to locate it.
Those aren't the sort of calculations we like, are they, Trigger?
Damn right. Same for the rest of us, too.
They're here as predicted. Detecting hostiles. They're definitely aircraft from the Alicorn.
Trigger, you take the lead. The patrol aircraft must be protected. All aircraft, follow Trigger.
Wilco.
Understood.
Understood.
Roger. Understood.
3 strikes, rebels in the killing. Catch him while he's at it. Go. Rip the wings off that degenerate.
They must have been waiting for us in the air.
David, here's a question. How many aircraft can the Alicorn carry?
20 to 30, depending on the type of aircraft, but it's unconfirmed intel. Could be more. With 3 strikes, you could reduce them to a single digit.
20% of sonar buoys dropped.
Situation report. Debris from the downed aircraft is landing in the water.
Let me know if the bodies. I need the debris stops raining.
We're detecting additional UAVs. Intercept them.
So there were more hiding.
Trigger, can you get him?
They get to these waters, there's no way to find them.
Strata 1, missile away.
Box 2!
Thanks for the assist.
UAV eliminated.
Was that 3 strikes? Thanks, buddy.
Do you have a moment?
What's up?
2 groups of demonstrators have clashed. People are running away. Lots of spies held up. But even banners flying in the air. They're advertising drones.
What? You're an Ovid?
Launched.
Well, yeah, I live here. I haven't solved the terminal guidance mystery either.
I meant, why aren't you running?
Hey, you guys aren't running, are you?
Damn right.
Running? Wait, running? Yes, those drones are running away.
What do you mean?
I'll call you back. Alex, I need you to check something.
Strata 1, missile away.
25% of sonar buoys dropped.
UAV is down.
Trigger won't be able to defend them all. Special delivery.
Got it! We'll pull out of the side!
Missile
Our
launch.
ghost pal's in a tight spot.
Hostile confirmed down! Dodge it down. 3 strikes got her back.
Trigger, the other guys are standing their ground, but in the end, it comes down to you. Do us proud.
70% of sonar buoys dropped.
Just a little more.
Locked on, you're mine.
All aircraft be advised. Our radars picked up new hostiles.
Doesn't matter how tough that sun is. Our job remains the same.
Should we come to a uniform, Captain? They're being chased by sea. Pursuers will be airborne.
95% of sonar buoys dropped.
No problem. Situation. They must be very frustrated right now. It's nearly impossible to find us in these open seas. Come if you dare. 3 strikes.
Confirming new hostiles.
Go back underwater where you came from. I've got him in my crosshairs.
Strata 1, missile away.
Enemy missile inbound. Prepare for impact.
Our patrol aircraft are in trouble.
Thanks for saving my bacon. Nice shot.
UAV confirmed destroyed.
So they won't be landing until they wipe us out, huh? We're ready to die for this one. All sonar buoys dropped. Barrier completed. All of us getting out alive certainly wasn't in our calculations. We own you.
You can't really calculate outcomes when you got an X-Factor with you.
Signal analysis complete. Shadow leaking the Alicorn's navigable zones.
Roger that. Displaying the search area on your radar map. The Alicorn's somewhere inside that ring. Activating the MAD. Do you see the waveform indicator above your HUD? Fly over the search area and look for a location that induces a change in the waveform.
We're treasure hunting for real, huh?
All aircraft except Trigger, you're on contingent combat air patrol. The MAD won't function at high speeds. Fly slower than 430 knots.
The deperming measure submarine may be huge, but it's still gonna be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Trigger. Your MAD's getting something. The waveform on your HUD should have peaked. Turn and fly in the direction where the waveform peaks.
Come on, Sharky. Where are ya?
Trigger, your MAD showing a stronger reaction. The Alicorn must be near.
You've set the hook. Now you just have to reel it in.
How did that huge thing hide from us all this time?
Picking up a magnetic signature. Signature lost. I'm seeing strong noise in the MAD signal.
Shit. They predicted that we'd use the MAD.
Seems like this is our contingency.
Similar to the source of the noise on the ocean surface. It's likely similar to a buoy.
I don't have a window, so I don't know about buoys, but I'm detecting strong radio sources.
Correct. That's it.
Sending the location of the jamming devices. Destroy them.
Trigger, let's destroy the jamming buoys.
All these jammers must have been deployed beforehand. They predicted our moves.
And we'll go beyond their expectations.
What the? A huge explosion just went off underwater.
An explosion? That's a patrol aircraft. What's happening underwater?
Underwater machine is possible. We're only hearing explosion echoes.
The Alicorn will use the noise recovery and head out at full speed.
Destroy the jamming buoys before the enemy submarine escapes.
Full speed ahead.
Right, sir. Don't let him get away.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Damn it. Vector, I need you to turn the concentration again as soon as the noise dies down.
Can we make it?
The last jamming buoy has been destroyed.
How'd it go?
Wait for the sonar buoys to respond.
Oh, God damn it.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Hey, you okay?
Analysis done. Data linking.
Its location is moved. Trigger, I'm sending you the search area. Don't let it get away.
The Alicorn has almost reached the trench. Time's running out.
Hurry.
It's okay. Trigger's already on the hunt.
Confirming more hostile UAVs. They just launched from the Alicorn.
You can launch them underwater?
If you can splash even one, it'll be that much easier for Trigger. Strider, Cyclops, we don't have much time left.
Don't you worry. Trigger will find it.
Trigger's given me so much cover, and still. Shit, I'm just pathetic.
Double time it, Trigger. Count on it.
Think we can find it?
This is pretty tough.
Let's do this.
Monza, draw the attention of the hostile at 9 o'clock. Reeled it in. Positive hit on the MAD.
That's it.
Strider 1 found the submarine Alicorn.
Yeah! All that flying around paid off.
We ain't done yet. Give it the finishing blow.
Target coordinates acquired.
Coordinates re-enter.
Commence preparations to fire the VL Asrock.
VL Asrock ready for launch.
Line of fire is clear.
Ready. Fire all missiles!
Fire!
Missile away.
All anti-submarine missiles launched. Report the results.
Did we get him?
Alicorn spotted. It's surfacing.
Surfacing? We haven't sunk it? It's attacking our fleet. Son of a...
You didn't hit him.
What?
You're wrong, Count. Back them into a corner. The VoL will not have been serviced. Follow up on Trigger. Understood.
Welcome.
Roger.
Welcome. Roger. Prepare to abandon ship. We can't fight it. Evacuate. We've lost Destroyer Seagull. The Aegis vessel Canary. The order is to abandon ship. We've brought to the bottom of the sea. Allow our perseverance to be desecrated.
You're being locked onto by the railguns. Increase your speed and run, Trigger.
If one of those railguns hits us, we'll be torn into a million pieces.
They'll be looking for aircraft as well. Don't flutter about. Throttle up! Fire!
The Alicorn fired its railguns.
It's using its main guns for anti-air combat.
The Alicorn is diving.
Ballast tank should be damaged. We'll have to surface again soon. We need to shoot down the drones that have been launched.
There's no need to retreat. We'll have to kill them all if we are to live. If you wish to live, then you must let go of your life.
Vector Squadron will continue surveillance. Likely movement is about to surface.
That's more than enough. All aircraft, position yourself to hit the Alicorn as it surfaces.
Righto.
Strider 1, missile away.
Now spotted. Check your underwater coordinates. Okay, Hawk acquired. Firing.
Alicorn surfacing.
Be not afraid. Did you not leave your fears behind at the bottom of the abyss? Cooldown completed.
Main guns commence fire!
Trigger, you're being targeted by the railguns. Shake them off. Missile hit.
Fire! Fire!
Target acquired.
Taking fire!
Missile hit. The pressure hull near the ballast tank has sustained damage.
Don't let Trigger hog the spotlight! We're in critical condition in reactor controls! Fisher said the pressure hull's firing!
The Alicorn has launched aircraft.
That's some real skill there. They've got serious guts to take off right now.
Guts. They're just damn crazy.
Flying objects have been launched from the Alicorn. They have different signatures from the UAVs we've seen.
Small UAVs have activated EM barriers.
I have visual. They look similar to the arsenal room defense system.
What do we do then? We don't have Stonehenge to bust through them, you know.
The Alicorn is submerged. Wait for the next window of attack.
My fellow submariners, your lives cannot wait. It gives you the right to take the lives of others.
We cannot let the enemy's attacks reach our brothers. Go head on with 3 strikes and take them down with me! Terrorists with the freaking scars. One thing got there.
Hostile eliminated. That's the way to do it. Say goodbye.
Pretend it's walking. Why should we fear death?
We picked up the Alicorn underwater.
I'll show you what a proud dog can do.
I'm on my target's tail.
The Alicorn has surfaced. Commence assault.
I'm going for their aircraft. The less interlopers there are, the better. Main gun! Commence fire! Concentrate all firepower on the assaulting aircraft! Here they come! You're not going that easy! Missile! I have to evade!
Token acquired. Missile, evade!
Keep firing!
That's it. Keep firing. Crush their lives under the weight of your lead.
Cyclops 2, shake that enemy! Rocket rotation! You bash him off!
Locked on.
Cyclops 4, missile, evade! We got a boat full of AA-53. Still, they won't even flinch!
The enemy sure is making things hard for us.
The Alicorn is diving. Missile launched.
Hello, this is North. What's the situation over there?
Got a boat or two. Stat rep?
The advertising drones. These guys are doing the terminal guidance.
Hey, chill.
Their advertising drones are flying around the demonstrators. They're perfect for a guidance launch. But their opponent is that captain. I'll call you back. Alex, how far away is the closest air base?
Roughly 55 miles.
Should the lives be lost, completion is at hand.
This is a battle of attrition.
The souls of the dead are coming together like the pieces of a puzzle.
We picked up the Alicorn underwater. Let's get him.
Enemy submarine surfacing.
We must save those souls that died chained to the prison of ethics.
Hit them hard. They should have taken heavy damage.
Longcaster, my HUD's glitching. Trigger, count. How are things over there?
We've identified the source of the jamming signal. It's the Alicorn.
That's a surface sub would be easy.
Trigger's attack hit. Can visually confirm hull damage.
Let's follow his lead.
jammer. Jamming signals no longer detected.
Quick at work, just as always.
Thanks, Trigger.
That's a pretty small window, but I know Trigger can pull it off. Charging complete. Commence fire!
The railguns are locked onto you. Increase your flight speed and evade. Strider 1 has destroyed a railgun.
Awesome! That's one horn snapped off. Direct hit on main gun!
Enemy submarine diving.
It got away!
Hello? We're in the middle of a search. How are things?
We're going to jam the entire region. The Air Force needs this aircraft.
Uh-oh. That's a big bang.
Radios will be disabled. Drone terminal guidance will be high. It's clearly effective.
Bastard.
Your cell phones will stop working too. This might be our last call.
Leave the rest to us.
Missile.
Underwater coordinates.
Enemy submarine surfacing.
They're after you, Strider 1.
Missile.
Trigger. What we have to do. I give the orders and you snuff out the target.
Missile.
Missile away. Aircraft have launched from the Alicorn.
Command fire!
Trigger, you're being targeted by the railguns. Shake them off. You destroyed all of the SAM sites.
Yes, sir!
All VLSs confirmed destroyed. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Sink!
Stall warning.
Good job!
Stall warning.
The Alicorn is submerged. Wait for the next window of attack. Strider 1, Fox 2.
It has to be reeling from all that damage. That's what I like to see.
Thanks for saving my bacon.
I'm taking fire!
Missile.
Behind my target.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Strawberry. I heard you have yet to write a will. I lost all my family in the war, sir. Perfect. You shall be part of our salvation. Don't die! You have permission to take off. Aye, aye, sir.
UAV destroyed. Alicorn surfacing.
Chase them!
Get through their anti-ship.
Target hit.
The enemy submarine's outer hull is severely damaged. It won't be able to dive like that.
Yes. All right.
All right!
We surrender.
What?
What's going on?
I know this voice. This is the submarine aircraft cruiser Alicorn. We surrender. Stop shooting.
All aircraft, cease fire.
That's a con man talking. I should know.
Let's just sink it!
Negative. We cannot attack those that have surrendered. It's a breach of international law.
I repeat, we surrender.
What do we do?
Weapon use is prohibited.
I hold international law so dearly. We'll no longer be soldiers the moment we don't. Then I'll happily quit my career.
Do not attack.
We will surrender. We are currently making preparations to be disarmed.
I'm David North, an analyst at the Ocean Intelligence Agency. Captain, we've already jammed the terminal guidance system over ORED. Your shot was at the mark.
I'll tell you a story. Back when I was a gunnery officer, I had to aim at an enemy ship 30 kilometers away in the middle of a storm. The seas were rough that day, and still I landed one of the 2 shots.
Here's a question. Was your plan elegant? The answer is yes. At least until 3 strikes ruined it.
What do you know of beauty?
They have no intention to surrender. Stop them, Trigger! Hit the bell, Trigger! Hurry!
Wait, Trigger.
Stop attacking immediately.
Charged up. Target is the OCM capital of Orid. To take the lives of 1 million people 5,000 kilometers away. It's fired.
It's okay. The shell will miss.
That's a blatant violation of orders, you dumbass.
Open that shell!
All aircraft, destroy the Alicorn.
Wilco. All right.
Wilco. Understood.
Aim for the base of the rail cannon.
SIS error! Can't raise the elevation of the barrel! 3 strikes in the sky is a sign of clear movement. Captain, also ahead, flood the aft trim tanks. Sir, the boat will gas first, and that'll give the gun the elevation it needs. Don't you see 3 strikes and 10 million lives will be saved at the cost of a mere million lives?
Liar, you just want to kill people. We won't let you.
Supercapacitor charge at 25%. Pitch angle at +2 degrees.
Trigger, you put an end to this.
Don't hesitate. They quit being soldiers the moment they fake their surrender.
A powerful boat, a powerful gun, powerful ammunition. Add to that lots of people and a precise aim. Sprinkle down the orbit, and the formula is complete.
You're nothing more than a mass murderer.
Attacks are hitting the base of the rail cannon.
You just made a statement right there, didn't you, Trigger?
Then engage me. What makes you and I any different? If you want to kill the 300 men on this boat to save a million, how is that any different?
Trigger, give him the answer. Have him take it to the bottom of the ocean.
Don't you see?
All right!
Target hit.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff, Trigger.
Confirming explosion. The rail cannon's been destroyed.
Yeah, baby. Don't you see? 1 million lives!
The Alicorn's hull is severely damaged. No, it's completely split in two.
She really pulled it off.
That's our final answer.
Stall warning.
I see loads of floating objects in the waves. I don't think there are any survivors, Wiseman.
Copy that. The enemy submarine has been destroyed. Operation is complete.
That was unbelievable. Just all of it.
That's right. Yeah.
There are some who send those around them to their doom. Like Captain Mateus Torres was a devil incarnate. But there are others. Others who show the way to everyone else. Those who stand at the forefront to cast the light. Those who follow them can't help but feel that they're in the right hands, that they'll make it. This is an era where there isn't a singular answer, like a quiz question. The world awaits a hero to keep the torch aloft, banishing the darkness.
Quite the poet. That's a story I'm gonna have to tell my kid.
All aircraft in David. The operation is complete. Return to base and get some rest. Oh man, finally time for some munchies. Need a ham and the burger over there? Oh, and the knife and fork too, please.
Once I get back to base, I'm heading to the mess hall.
mission is complete.
Can we celebrate now?
Yeah, good work.
Yeah!
Your next mission's in 32 hours.
Whoa. Not something I'll tell my son about. Give me a break.
I'm good, Alex. Won't need that wake-up call every 2 hours anymore.
David, only the summary is fine. Give me the report ASAP. I'll hand it to the president.
That's why I haven't slept in the last 80 hours.
78 hours and 52 minutes.
Okay. Well, now to the conclusion. Assuming that 3 strikes is a singularity, why not terminate him?
There is a fact that has been observed in all of the missions 3 Strikes has taken part in. All dependent elements that either mimic or follow the subject have increased chances of survival.
Try to be more sensuous.
Go Trigger's way, you'll make it. He leads the way.
Really?
Significance is high.
That's uncharacteristically illogical of you.
Ha ha ha.
Is that really how you laugh?